Why don't you say this to the people who come to you for help and advice? I asked my father. When Kalam's father told him that adversity also has its advantages and we should not be afraid of adversities, Kalam asked his father why he did not tell these things to the people who came to him for help. If you remember, Kalam's father was a faith healer. He would cure invalids with the help of magic potion. That means people came to him for help. But Kalam's father did not tell them, you are in a critical situation, that means there is a cause behind it, try to find out that cause. And adversity also has its advantages. He did not tell people that. Rather, he gave them water, rather enchanted water to cure the people. So Kalam asks a very relevant question. If we should not be afraid of adversities, why did Kalam's father try to help the people who came to him? Why did he not tell them that adversity also had its advantages? তাদেরকে কেন এটা বলেন? He put his hands on my shoulders and looked straight into my eyes. Instead of giving the reply immediately, Kalam's father put his hands on Kalam's shoulders and he looked into his eyes. Why? Did he not know the answer? No. Actually, he was trying to realize whether Kalam was mature enough to realize the importance of his answer. For quite some time he said nothing, as if he was judging my capacity to comprehend his words. To comprehend means to understand. Kalam's father was examining, was judging whether Kalam had the capacity to realize what he was saying. তিনি এটা বলছেন তা বোঝার ক্ষমতা তার আছে কিনা। Then he answered in a low, deep voice. His answer filled me with a strange energy and enthusiasm. Enthusiasm means great interest. What Kalam's father told him helped Kalam in his later life. These words greatly inspired Kalam and it energized him. It filled him with great interest. Whenever human beings find themselves alone, as a natural reaction, they start looking for company. Kalam's father told him that man is gregarious by nature. Gregarious, that means wanting to live together, একসঙ্গে থাকতে চাওয়া. Man does not want to live alone. Man always wants company. So when people find that they are alone, when they find that they have no companion, as a natural reaction means response to a particular stimulus, pratikriya. As a reaction, what does man do? He looks for company, he looks for association, she shongo khojhe. Whenever they are in trouble, they look for someone to help them. When man is in trouble, he wants someone to stand by him. He cannot face the situation alone. He will look for a friend, he will look for a relative, he will pray to God, because man always wants company. This is human nature. Whenever they reach an impasse, the pronunciation is not impasse. Whenever they reach an impasse, they look to someone to show them the way out. Impasse means a dead end, a situation from where there is no advance. When people have differences of opinion and they cannot proceed any longer. This is called impasse, a dead end. Whenever they reach a dead end, they look to someone to show them the way out. People want someone to solve his problems. Now Kalam's father is answering him why he helps people. He knows the nature of human beings. Human beings are gregarious by nature. They want to live together. They want company. Whenever they are in trouble, whenever they face any problem, whenever they are in an adverse situation, they want someone to help them. Whenever they reach a dead end, they want that someone would come and help them to solve their problem. They look for a Messiah. এমন একজনকে মানুষ চায় যিনি তাকে পথ দেখিয়ে বার করে আনবেন। Every recurrent anguish, longing and desire find its own special helper. Anguish means pain, যন্ত্রণা, longing, a strong desire for something. কোনো কিছু পাওয়ার তীব্র ইচ্ছা, desire means wish. Recurrent means that comes back to us again and again. Pain comes to us again and again. Longing or a strong desire for something comes back to us. So whenever we face these kinds of situation, he tries to find its helper. But every problem has a specific helper. If I suffer from toothache, I will go to a dentist. If I suffer from any legal problem, I will go to a lawyer. If I want to solve a mathematical problem, I will go to a mathematician. So every problem has a specific helper, or rather every helper can help to solve a specific problem. For the people who come to me in distress, I am but a go-between in their effort to propitiate demonic forces with prayers and offerings. This is how Kalam's father evaluates himself. Kalam's father says that he is a go-between. Go-between means a mediator, মধ্যস্থতাকারী. He is a mediator between man and demonic forces. The word demonic comes from the word demon. Demon means monster, rakhosh. Here it means some evil forces. People believe out of superstition that disease is an outcome of some evil forces, and those evil forces must be propitiated. To propitiate means to appease, shantavara, to calm down. These evil forces must be appeased. এই অশুভ শক্তিকে শান্ত করতে হবে. Who will do it? Kalam's father will do it. That's why people came to him for water enchanted with magic. That is why they came to collect enchanted water. So Kalam's father knows that he is but a mediator between the people and the demonic forces. The demonic forces must be appeased. How can they appeased? How can they be appeased? They can be appeased with prayers and offerings. We have to pray to them, we have to give them something, and then the evil forces would be appeased. This is not a correct approach at all and should never be followed. Deep in his heart, Kalam's father knows that what he is doing is not correct. It is an incorrect approach or wrong approach. Actually, diseases are caused by microorganisms like bacteria, virus, and they should be treated medically. But out of superstition, out of ignorance, people believe that demonic forces cause their sufferings. Kalam's father knows that the spread of education, only the spread of education can do away with these superstitions. But it cannot be done in one day. That's why Kalam's father gave them the enchanted water just to appease them, তাদের শান্ত করার জন্য. But deep in his heart he knows that it is not a correct approach. One must understand the difference between a fear-ridden vision of destiny and the vision that enables us to seek the enemy of fulfillment within ourselves. Kalam's father says that people believe that destiny, that means fate, niyoti, is full of problems, full of troubles. That is why man is afraid of destiny, man is afraid of his fate. মানুষ তার নিয়তিকে ভয় পায়. But actually, the man should not be afraid of this destiny, because man's problem lies within himself. Man's real enemy, real foe can be found in themselves. The real foe, the real hurdle of fulfillment can be found in him. Suppose a person fails in an exam and he blames demonic forces for it. Will it be a right approach? No. Why has he failed? He has failed because he has not been industrious. He has not been hardworking. কঠোর পরিশ্রম করেনি বলেই সে ব্যর্থ হয়েছে. তাহলে where is the enemy? The enemy is not in demonic forces or anywhere. The enemy lies within himself. If he can pinpoint the cause of his failure, only then he can succeed in life. This was what Kalam's father told him. Actually, this was Kalam's father's attitude to adversity, and this influenced Kalam in his future life. So today I have explained to you Kalam's father's philosophy of life. It is an important question that may be asked in exams. So try to understand, and we will continue it in our next class. Thank you.